Planet Asher, Galaxy of New Israel. Deborah walked with measured steps through the fragrant olive groves, beneath Asher's golden sun. Once a humble kibbutz, the settlement had grown into a thriving agricultural city where ancient traditions lived side by side with cutting-edge technology. Drones glided silently above the fields, guided by the laws of Shabbat and the algorithms of artificial intelligence. But for the past month, something was wrong. Trees were shedding their fruit, the soil was weakening, and water had become scarce. Something, or someone, was choking the harvest. And it wasn't a natural curse. When the Sanhedrin summoned her father under the pretext of investigating possible violations of kashrut law, Deborah knew a trap was closing. In 15 years of stellar colonization, the 23 sages of the Third Temple of Judah had never shown interest in agriculture, unless spiritual concerns masked a darker ambition. Her investigation led her to a chilling truth: the irrigation systems had been deliberately reprogrammed. Not out of negligence, but with intent to harm. Someone within the temple itself was trying to starve Asher into submission. The local trade with the Goyim of Salem, deemed impure, had angered the religious authorities. The faithful had to be punished. But Deborah was not born to bow. She hadn't survived the Banderist pits, nor watched her people fall beneath the fire of German repression, only to kneel now before a new theocratic tyranny. In secret, she sent an encrypted call to the Salamese, their allies for the past 15 years. A few weeks later, Felician spaceships appeared in low orbit. Seemingly neutral, they carried agricultural support modules. Officially offering aid, the engineers aboard instead hacked into the hydrological control centers, right under the watchful, but powerless, eyes of the temple's drones. The counterstrike was silent, almost poetic. The fields began to bloom in the heart of the dry season. Olive trees once thought doomed swelled with fruit. The wheat rose in a single surge. And when the deluge came, an artificial rain unleashed by the rebel engineers, Asher's soil turned into a blazing garden. Deborah watched the first sprouts rise as others might read a psalm, with faith, but without naivety. The message was clear: divine law does not need to be imposed through famine. It blossoms on its own in the hearts of the just. And somewhere, in the silence of resurrected fields, rebellion took root. When exile forges heroes, when faith stands defiant against tyranny, and when hope is reborn among the stars. The Shadow of the Princes. Chronicles of the Red Kings, Tome 1, weaves the timeless struggles of a future shaped by the heirs of the stars. Available now on Amazon.